First, select the default cube, and press X to delete it. Then, press Shift+A to add a new plane. Select the plane, and press Tab to enter the edit mode. Then press E and extrude the plane in Z-axis. Now, press Ctrl+R to make a loop cut, and left-click twice to lock it in place. Then, press Ctrl+B to bevel the loop cut. Once again, press Ctrl+R to make another loop cut perpendicularly. Again, press Ctrl+B to bevel the loop cut, dividing the corners equally. Now press 3 to enter face select mode. Hold Shift and select all the faces you want to extrude. Press E and extrude the faces in Z-axis. Finally, press Tab to enter the object mode. Now, let's add some modifiers to make the edges rounded. First, add a bevel modifier to make the edges rounder. Set the segments to 2 and amount value to 0.5 meters. Next, add subdivision surface modifier and set levels to 2. And this makes the edges much more rounder. Now press Tab to enter edit mode to make a few corrections. Click on the object and press A to select all. Click the small arrow on the top right, or press N to open item properties. Increase the mean bevel weight to 1. And change the limit method to weight in bevel modifier. Then, open profile properties and increase the shape value to 1. These last two steps must have corrected any imperfections in the object mesh and made it look cleaner. Now press Tab to enter object mode. Right-click on the object and click Shade Smooth. This will make the object mesh smoother. Again, press Tab to enter the edit mode. Now let's make the seat cushion. Select the bottom two faces and press Shift+D to duplicate. Right-click to lock it in place. Now, press E to extrude. Make the seat cushion as thick as you like. Now let's make the legs. First, press the tilde key that lies below the escape key and choose bottom view. Then, select all the corner faces and press Shift+D to duplicate them and right-click to lock them in. Now, go to the normal view using the middle mouse button. Keep the faces selected and press E to extrude the legs. Now click on the object and press A to select all, and increase the mean bevel weight to 1. Finally, press Tab to enter object mode. And press Shift+A to add a plane for the floor. Then press S to scale the plane. And press G and then Z to move the plane in Z-axis. Now, let's set up the camera and the output properties. Press numpad 0 to enter camera view. Click on the rectangle to select the camera. Open output properties and set the X and Y values the same to output a square image. Click and drag to close the item properties tab. Now, click the lock symbol to lock in the camera view. Adjust the viewing angle using the middle mouse button. Click the Data tab to open the camera properties. Adjust the focal length to your liking. I'm setting it to 85 mm. Holding Shift, click and drag the middle mouse button to adjust the scene. Left-click on the floor and press S and scale up the plane to cover the camera view. Now, click the Rendered button in the top right corner to enter the render preview mode. Zoom in using the scroll wheel to fit the object in the camera view. Click the lock symbol to release the camera view lock. Let's set up the lighting now. First, select the light and press Delete to delete the default light that Blender has provided. Press Shift+A and add an area light. In the light properties, set power to 500 watts and size to 10 meters to soften the light. Keep the light selected and press G then Z to move the light upwards. Move it until it lights up your object properly. Now, let's add the object materials. Select the object and open Material Properties tab, and click on New to add a new material. and set the base color to any color you like. I'm setting it to red. Let's change the seat color. To do so, select the object and press Tab to enter the edit mode. Hold Shift and select all the faces of the seat. And place the cursor over the legs and press L to select the legs as well. Keep the seat and legs selected and press the plus symbol to add a new material slot, and click the Assign button, and click on New to add the second material. This allows you to add different colors to different parts of the object. I'm setting a dark red color to the seat and the legs. Press Tab to enter object mode. Click on the floor to select it, and press New to add a new material. Set the base color to your liking. I'm setting it to cyan to contrast with the red color. Press numpad 0 to enter the camera view, and finally, let's render this. Open the Render Properties tab and set the render engine to Cycles. The Cycles render engine gives you a better quality output. Set the device to GPU compute if you have a GPU. Decrease the max samples to 50 to speed up the render. Open the render menu and click Render Image. You can see the render progress at the bottom. Once the render is finished, click on Image menu and click Save As. Choose any folder and enter the output file name and click Save as Image. That's it for now. Play around with what you've learned today and create your own brand new minimalist furniture. Thanks for watching.